Online, tell me that am I audible and my screen is visible? Because we
Yes,
need
sir.
to do. Okay, no issue. Okay. For quarks, what we have to do, we have to first of all define our function name, whatever we want. Inside test, inside my function, I have to define my quarks. And now I have to use star two times. And I have to write down quarks. Okay. And simply, first you have to return quarks. Okay. Now test, look what will happen inside test. Inside the test, I have to write down values like this. A is equal to 5. But now what he's saying that name quarks is KRGS name, not KRGS. Yes, KWARGS. Now look, this is showing me my values inside, first of all, dictionary, right? Inside dictionary. Now, if I will write down like this, test, my name is equal to data, then my age is equal to 34 and something like this way. What it is saying that name data. We have to write down this inside quotes. Now name is data, age is 34. Hmm? Key and pair. We have to write down in the format of key and values and both will be known as pair. Okay. So like this way we have to define our quarks. Now let us do one thing. Now let us create now different function. Define test 2. Inside test 2, what I am taking that? First of all, I am taking the value for A. Okay. Now I will take quarks. KWARGS. Quarks. What you have to return? You have to return A, KWARGS. Okay. Now test 2. Inside test 2, look what I am doing that. I am writing one value and then I will write down like this. Now look, this is our single argument A and this is my quarks. These are my quarks. So like this way we can create our quarks. Now look, I am creating new function. Define test 3. Inside the test 3, now I am taking uh, args, ARGS, and then quarks. Okay, now simply return args and quarks. Okay, now look, test 3 having values like this, and now if I will write down like this, now look, this is showing me my args value, and after the comma of this outside of the uh, tuple, this is giving me my all the values inside the dictionary, and I also get to know that this is for my args value and this is for my quarks value, right? This bracket is showing you what element you are writing here, which type of. Okay, now look, I am creating again new test. test 4. Inside the test 4, I am writing now A, then I am writing args now, then quarks. Now look, what will this do? Tell me first of all you, what will this do? Tell me. Okay, then okay, or quarks में जाए. Okay, now let us test it. Test 4. Now 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, now E is equal to 3, O is equal to 4, O is equal to 5, T is equal to 8. Now, what is wrong here? O is repeated. Okay, now 10 first argument is passed to A, and then others are going to my arcs, going to my arguments arcs, and whenever I am starting defining its key and value, it is giving me inside my quarks, right? Now let us do another thing. Define test 5. Now inside the test 5, first of all I am taking quarks, and then I am taking arcs. Okay, now let us see is it is possible or not. We have to first of all return. We have to return quarks and then arcs. Okay, now let us test it. What it is saying that argument cannot follow variable keywords. What this is saying with that this is not possible. First of all, so now I have to compulsory take arguments, single argument, otherwise there is nothing in restriction. We can take arguments, but that should be in single phase. Okay, now what this is saying that argument cannot follow variable keyword argument, so that's why this is showing me error. Now let us try another thing. Define test 6. Inside test 6, I am first of all writing quarks, quarks, and then I am now writing R, not R, I am just writing A comma B. Now let us see it is possible or not. A comma B. Now again this is what saying that argument cannot follow variable keyword argument. That means after the quarks we don't have the access of to pass any arguments there, right? So that we learn from all these mistakes, right? Now look what I am doing that I am now defining one simple test 7. Inside test 7, what I am writing that I am simply taking data. Otherwise, we can say anything. We have to return. Sorry. Now look, test 7. Now what is the meaning of this? We can use anything after this star. We don't have any compulsion like we have to use arcs. But why I told you asks because in the documentation, whenever we are going to write down any code, any company, so another person should get to know that what we are writing there. Okay, that's why we will follow document rules, but there is any restriction like we have to use only that word. We can use your name, my name, anything there. Okay, now this is also possible. First of all, start writing from this. This one, this. This is actually the ideal way that if you write down three things.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 50. ये मैंने ये इसी में तो डाला है ये वैसे नहीं डाला नहीं करो और 10 ये हो जाएगा जो स्टार्टिंग में डाला
तुमने क्या लिखा है? A arcs and arcs. Then where there is nothing with of that. Okay. Then okay. Why you are writing A is equal to number? You already taken A here. What is your A? Right? Variable is already defined. A. A is this. Okay. Now you know the final way how to write all these three things at a time. Main find is the one, two, three. मिस्टेक तर नाही येते ते स्पेलिंग तर ते करतो प्रत्येक झाली सिंपल नेम ली ते चेंज करून Completed? Problem?
तो 15 समझा केस 6 करके
Okay. समझा रहा हूँ. Define test 77.
चुकीचं झाली कळलं ते सेव्ह लिहायला पाहिजे.
Okay. Now we have to try that. We have to iterate only values from the our box define test 8. Sorry, which one I have to explain again? 16. Okay, 6, test 6. Okay, what we are doing here, we are trying to fetch first of all quarks, and then I want those specific arguments like A having this and B having this. So this is not possible because we are already writing value like this: A is equal to this, B is equal to this, right? But that's why this is not possible. This is giving us error. Now test it. Test it having quarks. Okay. Now what we have to return? We have to return quarks dot dot and tab. Whenever you are just typing dot and tab, this is already showing you suggested functions. These are also inbuilt functions, right? So from this, what we want the keys. Okay. Now test 8. Test 8 is equal to 7 and is equal to 9. Now A and these are my keys here. So I can iterate these things also, right? Uh, as of now, our arcs and quarks both are completed. Okay. Now you have to understand that your basic Python is almost 95 to 97% completed as of now. Basic Python, you know how to do list, what is tuple, what is function. Okay. Now from this, uh, we have to start our little bit advanced part. Not that much, but little bit advanced part. So that's why what I will suggest to that if you have holiday tomorrow and day after tomorrow and then Sunday, so you have to first of all do the master of all this basic Python. Okay, because whenever we will start our new things to learn new things, so you will be focusing on that thing. So don't waste your time on basic Python. You have enough time to practice your Python questions. Okay. So from the 3 days, you have to prepare for all the basic Python. Okay. Now we will start writing function by using another technique. Okay. And this technique is optional. Okay. Now this technique is optional. Okay. Now let us see what we have to do. First of all, I am defining one function that is having test 9. Now this test 9 takes A. Okay, this test 9 takes A and returns A as it is. Now you will say, sir, what is here new? This is new. Is this new for you? No. Now we will start list comprehension part. Okay. Now let us see how can we can write down this. First of all, we will start to learn lambda function. First of all, lambda is unknown function. You can define anything, but you don't have to write down any name for that function. Okay, lambda is anonymous function. Okay, whenever anyone can ask you regarding to what is lambda, lambda is anonymous function. Okay, now how to write down lambda function? Now you can write lambda by using lambda word. Okay, after the lambda, you have to divide your section in two parts. You have to divide your section two parts. After the colon, you have to define. Look at this. First of all, I am writing down colon here. Now, inside the right side of the column, you have to write down whatever code you want to write. Okay, and inside the left side, you have to write down whatever output you want. Output, that means what you return want. Okay, now what I want that first of all, I want to take a, that will be any number, otherwise anything, and what I want that I am giving space a into 2. Okay, now this is my a into 2. What I have to return that whatever value I am passing, you have to return its multiple of 2, right? Now look what we will do there. We will store this anonymous function inside variable, one variable. Okay, not a, we will store it inside variable b. Okay, a into, okay, first of all let us try to print a as it is. Okay, now what we will do that b, and inside the b I will, sorry, it's my mistake. We have to write down whatever input we want at this left side. Whatever input we want to give him, or whatever argument we want to pass it inside the left side, and whatever output we want from that function, we will write down its right side. Okay, now that's why it is giving us error. Now I will pass 10. Now he is giving me output of 20. Now let us define another lambda function. Inside lambda, what we have to do, we have to first of all write down our input, otherwise argument, what we want argument. Okay, now as of now what I want that I want the two arguments, and I want the simply multiplication of that two arguments. Simple, simple. Are you getting meaning of this? Now how much value I have to write down here? Tell me. Two values. Now this is giving me output, right? Now look, we will do one thing here. Lambda. Now I am defining. First of all, I am writing args because you will get to know that what we are doing here, and you have to print simply args. Okay. Now inside the args we can write down anything, right? Right. Now look what we will do that. You have to tell me what is the meaning of this. So tell me what is meaning of this. Yes. Now simply what I did that I just written one word here. one letter here. We can write down anything here. That is allowed inside the arguments. Okay. Now this will print us whatever argument same what we will write down inside this. Right. Now look. Now I am increasing the your level of lambda. Okay. Now lambda is taking R's. Right. What I have to print? Args. You have to tell me meaning of this.
It will print square, sir.
Right. Now what is problem? Okay, I have written what for okay. It's my bad. We have to write down all this thing inside the tuple. Okay. Now actually this is the part of your list comprehension. Okay. We will do all these things inside our, because we have to get output in which format, tell me. We have to get all this format in the tuple, right? What we are writing here, we are writing tuple here. No, we have to completely write down this part inside the list comprehension. Okay. But now you are getting the meaning of this. If you are, I am writing single value, it is giving me single output. Right. Now, first of all, write down till here. After this, we will start our list comprehension topic. Now, there we don't have to define any function. We will get directly outputs. Now you can create your function by using one line, right? Now, if any interview will ask you regarding to this, what is lambda function? First of all, lambda is anonymous function. We are not writing any specific name for lambda. It is anonymous function, right? And we write down function inside one line. These are two specification of lambda. First of all, it is anonymous function, and then we will, otherwise we can write lambda function inside only one cell, one line of code. Completed? There is nothing. Okay. Now look at here. What? Let us create few lambda functions. X is equal to lambda, and inside the lambda, I am taking now A. Okay. And now I want the product of this A into Now x, then whatever will be my value. Now what is this? This is again showing me error. Why? Unsupported operand type for into or pure tuple and integer lambda x. Hmm, why this? Okay, let us try to a into 2 and a plus 2. Let us say is this is possible. Now again this is giving us error. Why this is giving us error? Uh, single, no, it's an argument, right? So x inside this, now can connect tuple. Okay, no issue. We will write down this inside our uh, list comprehension. Now what I want, that I want now two arguments. Okay, and I want the a plus b comma a into b. Now x having two value 10 comma 5. Now it is doing uh, two function, two operations. One is a plus b and second one is a into b. Now we did this only using lambda function by using one line of code, right? Now let us do another thing. C is equal to lambda. C is equal to lambda. As of now, I am now taking, let us say, value for C. Okay, I am taking value for C. Now, what I have to do that? I have to write down something like this: for I in C, for I in C, and inside this, what I want, that simply you have to print I. Now look, first of all, what we are defining, we are first of all defining our variable, then lambda, then this is my input, right? Now inside this input, I am first of all writing down inside a tuple, because I have to write down a little bit big code. So first of all, I will write that for I in C. Now you know what is meaning of this. From this, I want the output of print I. Okay, it is showing error wrong. So it is showing error, but we can solve this problem by using list comprehension. Now look what list comprehension does. Same, C is equal to lambda, and you know what is meaning of this, why this is not printing all the elements. Now I want C as a input. Now I will write down inside the list. Now simply, first of all, now look, you have to understand the theory of this. First of all, you have to write down your code for I in C, right? Now you know what is meaning of this, for I in C, and whatever output you want, you have to write down that output at the starting point of this list. You will get the output of I, individual values. Now if you read this code like this, I for I in C, you will not get meaning of this. First of all, you will read this code, but first of all, you have to write down code like this: for I in C, and whatever I want output, that output I will write down inside at the left side of that list. That was starting point of that list. Now look, C having uh, values like 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Now okay, we takes only one, but we have to write down this inside a list, right? Because this will be my open values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 individual A, B, C, another things, right? Now, first, let us do one last lambda function. Now, inside the lambda, x. Now, look what I want there. First of all, for I in x, and whatever output I want, that I will write down at the left side of this. Right now, I want just I into 2. Okay. Okay. Now, x. Inside the x, I am passing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it is possible, right? Now, first of all, write down this all code. From which line of code you are writing? From this C, x. Okay, x. As of now, today, you have to do only the basic practice of lambda function. Tomorrow, okay, not tomorrow. After the Sunday, we will learn this lambda function in details. Okay, but this one you don't have to think like that. You should know about all these things because simplicity is in our direct function, simple function. Here is the possibility of doing mistakes. On the Saturday, you have to attend your interview. Okay. Okay. Let me first of all upload. Okay.